What's going on, family? Grace and peace. This is your host, Javon Blue, on the Kingdom Talks podcast, where we're going to be talking about God, business, trading, manhood, marriage, and all the real stuff that's happening out there. So listen, sit back, relax, open up your Bibles, open up your notebooks, whatever you got to do, and let's get it. Sheesh, let's go. What up? What's going on, family? Grace and peace. Welcome to the Kingdom Talks podcast, and I'm your host, Javon Blue, on another episode of the Kingdom Talks podcast, where we're going to be talking about an issue that I've been wanting to get off my chest, my mind for so long. And guess what? We are in Black History Month. So I need to talk about it now, because I literally just watched a video this morning, and you guys probably seen it too. I watched a video this morning of a black dude literally entering, and this is in, I believe it's Oakland, Cali. It's somewhere, but it's in California, right? Now, I literally see this black nigga, right? And I'm calling him nigga because he's an ignorant fool, right? He's in an Apple store, literally snatching up all the Apple phones, putting them in his pants, walking straight out the door with a cop or security car sitting right in front of the store. And he's just he stole, literally, it had to be like over 30 phones. And he just walked out. And guess what? What are the managers and what are the employees going to do? So you go in there ski masked up, looking like a fool, right? Giving a reason for somebody to call you a nigga. And then you walk out the store stealing mad merchandise. And I think that, and this is another reason why a lot of people are leaving California, because the crime is just being accepted over there, right? But that's a whole nother podcast about just how this country is just going to crap. But we got to get to the topic at hand. I want to talk about how, black people love to rave about our history, and we love to rave about, bashing the white man and how the white man kept us down. But we don't never want to talk about holding ourselves accountable. And this is going to be a podcast that I think that we need to address the real issue, which is sin and not whiteness, right? Not white supremacy, and hold our brothers and sisters accountable within our community. Because the truth of the matter is, the foolishness that is running rampant, and the sin that is running rampant in the black community is just ridiculous. But we want to blame everybody but ourselves. So I'm gonna do this podcast from a very interesting way, right? Because I am a born again, believing, Bible study Christian, right? So I want to come from Proverbs 1. We're gonna dive into Proverbs 1, and I want to speak to this as a man would speak to his son, right? I'm a father, right? So I'm gonna speak to it like I'm speaking to my children, right? But I don't have any sons. I have daughters. But Solomon is speaking to this, right, as he's speaking to a son. And this is why I love Proverbs so much, because it dives into I think Proverbs is such a masculine book, but it's balanced with wisdom and love and truth, right? One of the greatest books. So we're going to dive into this thing, and Lord, help me, because this is actually the second incident between the dude stealing all the iPhones out the Apple store and nobody doing anything. Number two, I seen some black dudes literally I seen another video this morning where black dude stole a Range Rover, right? I don't know if it was a cop truck or something, whatever the case may be. He stole the Range Rover, hit down New Jersey Turnpike, and now you got NYPD and state police hunting this dude down. He crashing the cars and people, cops crashing his car to get him out the car. They dragged him out. All this nonsense, bro. And it's because of sin. But we don't want to address that, bro. So watch. Proverbs 1, we're going to dive into it. It says, the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, is for learning wisdom and discipline, for understanding insightful sayings, for receiving prudent instruction in righteousness, justice, and integrity, for teaching shrewdness to the inexperienced, knowledge and discretion to a young man. Let a wise person listen and increase in learning, and let a discerning person obtain guidance. For understanding a proverb or a parable, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. I want to stop right there because I want to go back to a certain place within the script. It says, for teaching shrewdness to the inexperienced, knowledge and discretion to a young man. These young dudes out here don't understand knowledge. They don't understand discipline. They don't care for anything anymore. And these are black young men. And I literally be looking like, bro, the reason why they out here running rampant is because you got black grown men scared of them. Like we're living in the age today that now what's happening in the black community has now crept over into middle class neighborhoods and rich neighborhoods where now we're just looking at Americans dealing with just straight chaos. Straight chaos. We're looking at thieves rise. We're looking at car thefts getting crazy. We're looking at murder rates going up, right? We're looking at rapes going up. Like it's going crazy. But here's the thing. There's no man checking nobody. So when you got a bunch of young bulls out here, bunch of young dudes out here running rampant in the streets and ain't no grown men strapped up too legally, we don't want to bust nobody. And this is why I always tell, when I get the chance, I tell my people, get licensed. You live in a Second Amendment country. Get your gun license, get strapped up so you can protect yourself and your community, bro. There's no reason why in the black community we got more illegal gun owners than we do have legal gun owners. There's no reason why we should have less trained black men on the street, but we got a whole lot of non-trained tactical, quote unquote tactical, because I ain't saying they tactical, they just be shooting, young dudes on the street. And you scared of them because you don't know what to do. Because you don't take this stuff seriously. And that be the problem. Like I feel like our black men have literally diluted themselves to the point where they're so watered down that they don't even understand that they are part of the problem when they're not doing anything. So verse 7 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. These dudes running rampant out here doing what they doing, they ain't got no fear of the Lord in them. There's no fear of God in them. So if they ain't got no fear of God in them, they ain't got no knowledge. They don't got no wisdom. And we know they ain't got no wisdom because when you try to talk to these dudes, they despise the wisdom and the discipline. Right? So when we're looking at it from that standpoint, what Solomon is saying here is that your wisdom, your knowledge is going to start by fearing the Lord, by giving that reverence, by learning the word of God, by being disciplined with your mind, body, and spirit. So let's keep reading. Verse 8, he says, listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and don't reject your mother's teaching. I love this point right here. This point is so good that he's making, because he's going back to the family unit and why it is important to have a man's presence and a mother's presence in the home. This ain't just a father can do all thing. This ain't just a mother can do all thing. What's that nonsense we have in our communities? We got all this black power and black history nonsense that we got going on today, but nobody talking about the beauty of bringing back the family unit. That this independent black woman nonsense is stupid. That this single mother nonsense is stupid. That this fatherlessness, right, within our communities is stupid. So he's saying, listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and don't reject your mother's teaching. So whatever the father instructs, whatever the blueprint that the father lays out, your mother should be teaching it. Whatever that father got in place, that doctrine, that foundation, this is the vision. This is where we're going as a family, the blueprint. Guess what? The mother should be teaching that to the children. So he says in verse 9, for they will be a garland of favor on your head and pendants around your neck. This is good imagery right here. Verse 10, my son, if sinners entice you, don't be persuaded. So he's starting it off. He laying the foundation. He like, yo, follow your father's instruction. Don't reject your mother's teaching. And when them sinners outside, they try to entice you, don't be persuaded by them. Because they're going to try to persuade you. They're not going to just say, hey, yo, slide through. Hey, yo, let's ride. Yo, jump off the porch. Yo, da-da-da-da-da. They're not going to just do that. They're going to keep persuading you every single day. And he telling you, my son. He not saying, yo, dude. He not saying, yo, whatever. He said, my son, if sinners entice you, don't be persuaded. Verse 11, if they say, come with us, let's set an ambush and kill someone. Let's attack some innocent person just for fun. Let's swallow them alive like Sheol, which is the underworld, the grave. Whole, like those who go down to the pit. Right? Let me stop right there. Let me back this up. Because this is where, like, I don't ever see our people really now. I'm not going to say I don't ever see our people, because there's some people out there that really address, like, yo, turn off this drill music. Like, we don't need to be listening to a whole bunch of music that quote unquote people be talking about. This is our culture. This drill rap, this murder rap, this whole music that's out here that black people have literally created. Right? That is not black people culture. That is demonic. That is evil. Right? And you're going to get judged for that. But here's the thing. Verse 11 says, if they say, come with us, let's set an ambush and kill someone. Let's attack some innocent person just for fun. Yo, what he's saying right here is literally what they be rapping about. They be rapping about killing your own people. How do you rap about killing your own brother down the street? How do you rap about killing innocent people, bro? Because the truth of the matter is, we hear it all the time. If I don't get you, I'm going to get your family members. We hear the nonsense. But black people want to sit here, promote the drill, hit. Oh, my God. Yo, this is stuff that get me pissed off. You want to sit here, promote murder, promote women being sluts. You want to promote rape. You want to promote drugs. You want to promote illegal gun activity. But then you want to sit around and come together when a white man says less than nothing racist. When a cop probably shoots a black dude because he was wilding. Cops lock some black dudes up because y'all know y'all doing some wild stuff, but you getting locked up anyway. Then you over here with all your guys on YouTube. You on YouTube. Y'all like 20 deep in the video, straps and all that. But then y'all got a problem when the cops pull up 20 deep for one person. What are y'all talking about? Y'all rapping about we about to go drill the ops, but y'all mad because it's cops rolling up on y'all. You look a certain way. Yes, yo, you about to get checked because you look a certain way. I don't be understanding black people when they don't understand the simple fact of, yo, if you look a certain way, you're going to get addressed a certain way. If you look like a gangbanger, bro, I'm about to press you. They do that on the streets all day long. Really not so much more. I remember back in the day, bro, if you were blood or crip, whatever the case may be, whatever you was banging, when like color banging was like really popular. Like color banging not really popular now. You got Bloods wearing blue and you got Crips wearing red, right? All that. But back in the day, bro, you used to address your rival based off what they was dressing with. So if they had on a certain color, their hat was turned a certain way, pant leg was up a certain way, shoes had a certain color on it. Like all that, you got pressed for what you was wearing. So now when the authorities address you because you looking like somebody who just murdered somebody, you got a problem with that. But we just seen y'all doing videos on YouTube talking about, I'm about to kill everything. I'm about to shoot the block up. And bro, Solomon said, if they say, come with us, let's set an ambush and kill someone. Let's attack some innocent person just for fun. Verse 12, let's swallow them alive like Sheol whole, like those who go down to the pit. Do you know how demonic that is? Your whole mind is set on murdering somebody that you so much so that you put them in a grave. You deserve to die. You deserve to get killed. If you're going to come outside talking about, let's attack some innocent people, let's ambush some people, let's gang up on some people, let's kill somebody today. You bugging, bro. You know how many times, bro? Whoo. Spent a lot of time in Newark, man. I remember, man, I was on Avon. And Tim, whatever the case may be. I'm walking down to the store. I hear a conversation like, yo, man, like, bro, I need to get some bodies. Like, young bulls, like, yo, they just sitting at the corner store talking about, man, we need some more bodies for the hood. For those who listening who do not understand, meaning they need to get their murder rate up. But these be the same people that when the cops roll up on them, now we screaming black justice. We screaming black power. We pointing fingers at the white man. Let me move on this because I could be on this all day. Verse 13, we'll find all kinds of valuable property and fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lots with us and we'll all share the loot. So they're literally talking about breaking and entering into homes and taking stuff that's not theirs. This is what Solomon is teaching his son not to do. Don't kill. Don't gang up on nobody and kill them. Don't kill no innocent people. And don't go find some valuable property and try to get up in their house and take all their stuff. Verse 15, my son, don't travel that road with them or set foot on their path, because their feet run towards evil and they hurry to shed blood. I got to read that again. Verse 16, he telling them, don't even follow the path, because if you go on it, their feet runs toward evil and they hurry to shed blood. Let me ask you, bro, when you turn on the music, our communities, bro, all we talking about on a radio is murdering. And they getting glorified. You got 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds getting glorified because they talking about they about to drill their own brother. They about to shoot their brother in the head. They about to snatch his girl, shoot her in the head, shoot him five times, Yo, bro. But we glorify that. And here's the thing. We out here screaming black power. We out here screaming black unity, but I don't see no black people boycotting, excuse me, the radio shows. Hot 97 still playing, right? We looking at all this. We listening to all this nonsense on the radio, but no black people coming against the radio stations. Nobody. But y'all want to listen to drugs. Y'all want to listen to sex. Y'all want to listen to murder. Y'all want to listen to all that and then scream black power, black unity. It's trash. It's trash. Verse 17, it is useless to spread a net where any bird can see it. But they set an ambush to kill themselves. They attack their own lives. I love how he's putting this, because he says, it is useless to spread a net where any bird can see it, but they set an ambush to kill themselves, they attack their own lives. He's saying they are walking into their own deaths. They're setting a trap for themselves by doing this. Meaning whatever you sow, you gonna reap. So I don't know why we sitting around here talking about, oh man, yo, murder just got shot. Yo, Ray just got shot. I can't believe it. Man, they took a good one away. A good one? What are you talking about? Yo, free my nigga, Free my nigga out to such and such. Free who? Bro, he got 3 bodies on him. And this be the nonsense I'm talking about within our community, but we want to point the finger at the white man. We want to point the finger at the cops and act like they the problem. But you out here protecting Ray when he got 4,000 or 5,000 bodies on his gun. So when they get shot and killed, when they get stabbed up, when they get into that car accident, when they fall off that building, don't get surprised. They set an ambush to kill themselves and they attack their own lives by doing what they did. And that's being on a path of evil. Verse 19, such are the paths of all who make profit dishonestly. It takes the lives of those who receive it. What is he talking about right here? A dishonest profit. I'm going to just put this into the black context for our community. You out here drug dealing, making a profit dishonestly. Yeah, you making that bread, but you doing it dishonestly. You killing your own people, doing it dishonestly. And it takes the lives of those who receive your product. You are the problem with the community, not the cops, bro. You are the problem with the community, not quote unquote Trump. You are the problem with the community, not the other people that's not from the community. Ain't nobody thinking about your community, bro. You should be thinking about your community. But the problem is you're thinking about your dishonest profit. And it's taking the lives of every person you sell to. And if it ain't taking a physical body, it's taking a mind. And you doing that. And this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, Proverbs 1 is so good because I think it needs to be taught within our communities in the context of like, bro, like all this drill music, all this murdering, all this sexing, all this drugging, it's not being addressed. But we always want to point the finger when the finger need to be pointed at us. Our problem is sin. Our problem is greed. The lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life is why men fall. It's not a race. It's evil. It's the evil that you allowed in your heart to overtake you, and now you're doing this wild stuff. Let's go to verse 20, because now we about to start talking how wisdom talks. Wisdom is trying to make a plea with y'all. Right? Verse 20, it says, wisdom calls out in the street. I'm glad she ain't calling out in the river. Glad she ain't calling out the sea. Glad she ain't calling out from the wilderness. Wisdom calls out in the street. She makes her voice heard in the public squares. She cries out above the commotion. She speaks at the entrance of the city gates. I want to stop right there real quick because the wisdom that is being described here, and I just thought about this, is that is the Lord's voice when it comes to he is always providing you a way out. When the Bible talks about how the God tempts no man, right? God does not tempt man. In every temptation that you have, the Lord provides you a way out of it. It's the wisdom calling. So there's going to be time like literally there was a time, I kid you not. Let's bring this to straight up perspective. I'm sitting there with a homie, whatever, back in my days. And yo, we smoking weed. We doing what we doing, whatever the case may be. We drinking, doing all that. It's just me and him in the basement. And he like, yo, like, Bro, I just hit up the homie from da da da. Like, he about to come drop these straps over so we can go down the block. We can go hit up some bloods. Like we gonna shoot their house up. Now at this point, it's like 11 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, something like that. Now I'm high, whatever the case may be, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm not trying to do this. And literally, like, I looked at my phone and I'm like, yo, the phone was my way out of the situation. As crazy as it sounds, my mind went to like, yo, just pick up my phone. And when I picked up my phone, I like acting in a way like, yo, I was talking to my mother, like, yo, my mother was calling me and I got up out the house, right? It's crazy situation. But my phone was my way out. I mean, so it's like, it was in that moment where I was like, bro, like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not about to be on that path with you, bro. And it was wisdom that was like, yo, if you do this other side of this life, it's not what you want. But if you get out of this, you can go back to your day to day. And what's crazy is that dude ended up, later on getting locked up, whatever the case may be. But that was about to be the path for me. You feel me? So when this thing is saying she cries out above the commotion, she speaks at the entrance of the city gates. Picture the loud voices that you running with. Them loud voices that you running with. And they evil. They doing nothing that's good. But then wisdom speaks out above all that. That's beautiful right there. That's grace. That's mercy. Verse 22. How long inexperienced ones will you love in ignorance? How long inexperienced ones will you love ignorance? How long will you mockers enjoy mocking and you fools hate knowledge? And that's what I'm saying about these young boys doing this nonsense, bro. They inexperienced, meaning they immature when it comes to life, when it comes to wisdom. But they love ignorance. They love foolishness because of the rush that they get, the feeling that they get. This music got them hyped up. This drugs got them hyped up to the point they can't even think straight. Verse 23, if you respond to my warning, then I will pour out my spirit on you and teach you my words. Since I called out and you refused, extended my hand and no one paid attention, since you neglected all my counsel and did not accept my correction, I in turn will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you. When terror strikes you like a storm and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when trouble and stress overcome you, then they will call me, but I won't answer. They will search for me, but won't find me, because they hated knowledge, didn't choose to fear the Lord, were not interested in my counsel, and rejected all my correction. They will eat the fruit of their way and be glutted with their own schemes. For the apostasy of the inexperienced will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live securely and be undisturbed by the dread of danger. Proverbs 1. I love this chapter 1 of Proverbs so much because it sets the tone of the two lifestyles. It sets the tone of the son who obeys his father's instruction and his mother's teaching, and he listens to the wisdom and he abides in it, but it also lays out so profoundly and so beautifully all those who neglect wisdom and the life that they're about to live. And this is what I'm saying to my black people, bro. Get it together, man. We out here drugging, thugging, and killing. But you want to blame everybody else but yourself. You want to blame the white man. White man ain't doing nothing to you, bro. You doing this to yourself. You keep blaming about your environment and your conditions. Bro, at this point, it's 2024. Do something different. This is what I'm saying, bro. We got to call out the foolishness for what it is. Call out the foolishness for what it is. Hold each other accountable. Because the problem is not the white man. The problem ain't, oh, man, my environment keeping me down. No, it's that you love sin more than you love God. You ain't got no wisdom. You ain't got no instruction in you. That's why you doing what you doing. And for my black leaders who ain't holding these record labels and these radio stations and all this promoting of thugging, killing and murdering and sex and drugging, y'all not holding them accountable, I don't want to hear from y'all either. Y'all want to talk about every other political issue but your own community. So y'all, pray for the black community, man. Pray for these young dudes that's stealing and thugging and killing and doing what they doing, that the Lord would just meet them where they are and save them before it's too late, because I promise you, hell gates is where they're headed. Hell gates is where they're headed, and they're going to be forever in torment because of the work that they putting in. That work, they hopping off the porch, they doing what they doing, thugging, drugging, and killing and sexing and doing all that. Guess what? It's going to be some serious torturing in hell for them. But if you love them, if our community is truly important, pray for them, that they see the Lord before it's too late. With that being said, I'm out of here. Let's get it. Yo, what up, Kingdom family? Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Listen, I want you to hit up the block, hit up your job, hit up your family, your campus, your friends, whatever the case may be. Send them this episode. Let them know what we got going on. And I will see you guys on the next one. Let's get it.